Now, it's important to understand here that when you love someone for Allah's sake, you love them. Why? Because they are upon Tawheed. You love them because they are upon truth in their hearts. And when we dislike someone or hate someone because they are upon kufr or disbelief, we hate them because of the kufr they are upon, the disbelief that they are upon, because they are being unjust with themselves and unjust with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they are taking partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And for these reasons, we do not love them. And this is important to understand. So someone here might ask, okay, what about my mother or my father? Now, they're not Muslims. Does that mean I'm not allowed to love them? We say here, there is natural love. That is something out of your control. And then there is love for Allah's sake, and there is hate for Allah's sake. So you are not allowed to love them for the kufr they are upon, love them for the deen or the shirk or whatever it may be that they are upon. And you are ordered to hate the disbelief that they are upon, but not to hate their actual essence. That is a different thing. Because as soon as they say, La ilaha illallah, you are ordered to love them, and it is an obligation upon you to love them for Allah's sake, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us, and He loves them once they become Muslims. And that is the aqeedah of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, to love and support the mu'mineen, and to cut off ties, and to stay only through necessities. So we don't deal with disbelievers unless necessary. This does not mean we do not respect them, we do not treat them with kindness. No, all of these things are from the morals and acts of Muslims, and Allah commanded us to do so. So if we're living amongst disbelievers, whether they are our neighbors or we are living in the West or in non-Muslim countries, we are ordered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to show them the kindness of Islam, to show them good morals, to treat them in a manner that is loved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So whether they be co-workers or whether they be neighbors or so on, we treat them with kindness. We treat them with goodwill and everything. That is how a Muslim behaves. However, deep in our hearts, we must hate the disbelief they are upon, and we must strive to call them to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so that they may be guided, so that they may see the truth. Because nobody wants anyone to be upon shirk or kufr. We want them to be guided. We want them to see the truth, because that is peace for their hearts, and that is a better life for them, and that is what we strive for. So we are ordered as Muslims to treat them with kindness, to treat them with the utmost morals, because through kindness and morals and good character, it is a form of dawah. It attracts people to learn more about this religion. And that is why the Prophet ﷺ said, إِنَّمَا بِعِثْتُ لِأُتَمِّمَ مَكَارِمَ الْأَخْلَاقِ. Verily, I was sent to perfect your morals. And if you do not have the intention to call someone to Islam, to give them da'wah, then it is impermissible for us, when it comes to the aqeedah of bara, to simply hang out and go out and have fun with those who are not Muslims. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not allow us. And in doing so can be harm for us. You know, a non-Muslim will not remind you of salah. He might pull you into drinking and doing things that to him, he doesn't care. But for us as Muslims, it is haram. And that is why we are not allowed to mix in such manner, in such ways. However, if this is somebody that is a co-worker or a roommate, somebody you live with, then you keep the ties limited with them, and always have the intention in your heart to give them da'wah and to call them to Islam, and not attend these gatherings that may have things that are haram, things that are impermissible in them. And you should invite this person to your own gatherings with your brothers and your Muslims, for that may turn his heart with the intention of calling him to Islam, whether through your morals or through da'wah directly. Also, from amongst the aqeedah of Wala and Bara is to support your Muslim brothers against their enemies and not to stand against them. And also to cut off ties with the disbelievers and not stand in their line against the Muslims. This is impermissible and it's not allowed. Also, if you look at the Sahaba and what they had to go through during their times, I mean, they had to leave Mecca to go to Medina. And they did not just leave Mecca, their homes, they left their families, their cousins, their brothers, their fathers, their mothers. All of those who became Muslim had to do Hijra and leave their own family members. And they did this for Allah's sake, because they submitted their life and their heart to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and nothing else matters. And when they went to Medina, who greeted them? The Ansar. And they didn't even know them, subhanallah. They don't know anything about them. But because of their Iman, because of their Islam, they loved them, and they supported them, and they greeted them, and they took them in as brothers. And that is true faith and Iman for Allah's sake.